Hello friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and there is so much going on in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, so much going on in the Star Wars universe, that I just had to make a video. And this video, today, I want to talk about Mandalorians. Now, we all know that the Mandalorians they've lived a hard life. They're a warrior people, right? They fought against the Jedi, it didn't go well for them. They fought against the Sith, we believe. It didn't go well for them. And they fought against the Empire. And it didn't go well for them. But they are our favorite bunch of, scrappy fighters that we're always kind of rooting for. Now, with the wrap-up of the Mandalorian content in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, I have to wonder what's next for our game. Now, in the State of the Galaxy just a couple of days ago, they said, hey, we're rounding out the Mandalorian content. They're giving us the beskar-clad Mando. And so the other Mando is our pre-Beskarian, the pre-pubeskarian Mando. I don't know how you want to say it, but it's pre-Beskar Mando. And so we have a lot of Mandalorians. And one thing that a lot of players have been talking about, they've been asking about, one thing a lot of people want in this game is a Mandalorian faction. And as I was thinking about that, I was like, yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. Especially because, one, awesome Hero's Journey Mandalorian, very excited for that. Then, as they tease us, and really they've been dropping this tease for a couple of months now, in one of the last posts in I think November, they were like, oh, there's beskar floating around, there's ingots, and what's gonna happen? I mean, it wasn't that obvious, but it was still pretty obvious. And the Armorer, the butt-kicking leader, the matron, the horned, helmeted matriarch of the coven, I think you'd call it a coven, I don't know what you would call it, of the Mandos over there on Navarro. And so I was thinking, I'm like, what would a Mandalorian faction look like? And to do that, we got to look at the characters in the game that we currently have. These are straight Mandalorian characters that are in the game, okay? Some of these are placeholders, most of these are Mandalorians. Here in our front row, Mando. Second row, Mando becomes a Mandalorian leader. Not really entirely sure where Cup's allegiances lie. Maybe he's Mandalorian, maybe he's not. We don't know. But here's the thing. I mean, look at this. We've got pre-Beskarian Mando. Got Jango, who was a foundling. His son, who then, because his dad was a foundling, is adopted into it. Sabine, who's clearly Mandalorian. Canderous Ordo, who, again, KOTOR Mandalorian, and if my knowledge of KOTOR is correct, becomes the Mandalore. That's important to remember. We've got Gar Saxon and Imperial Super Commander. Not Super Trooper. Whatever. Super Commando. Both, at the time, yes, they were working with the Empire, but they are Mandalorian. Super cool. Darth Maul. Now, Darth Maul is not, the Darth Maul we have in the game is not Mandalorian. Maul becomes a Mandalorian. This is post being severed in half, right? He is clearly a Mandalorian who, whether they give us a second Maul, which they should, or they give us something else, I don't know. But definitely Maul should be or should have the Mandalorian tag. Now, that is not even to mention the fact that we've got a Mandalorian. So, just right there, if you throw out Cup, which I don't think you should never underestimate Cup, ever. Right there, that's 10. Or that's 9. 10 if you include the Armorer. 11 if you include Cup, which you should. That's 11 Mandalorians. If you look at every other faction in the game, Like, most factions have roughly that. The Geonosians have 5. The clones, I mean, if you count all the clones, then, you know, there's more. But like there's a lot of different factions that don't have 10 characters. Now, there is some question. I mean, you still have that Wookiee, right? You have the Wookiees. There's 5 Wookiees in the game that don't have a Wookiee tag. But the Mandalorians, it seems like there's definitely content specific for them. I mean, hell, the Tuskens have 3 characters, and no one uses them. But the Mandalorians have, by February, 11 characters in the game. And what's the whole point of the Mandalorian? What's the whole point? Yes, he is a clan of 2. But the goal of the Mandalorian is to unite the clans.
Unite us. Unite the clans.
Even in the episode of Bo-Katan, where we meet Bo-Katan, she's even talking about how she wants to bring back groups of the clans. I think that this would be a great idea. Now, let's go ahead and jump over to these characters, right? How would a Mandalorian faction work? Would it be something like, I mean, because you have the bounty hunters, right? You have the scoundrels, you have Imperials, you have Old Republic and scoundrels, and then you have rebels. They are all over the place. And so what I'm thinking is that what they'll see is something like an Imperial tag, right? A leader will come in who will have that Mandalorian tag, or who will be able to control whatever Mandalorian tag is added to these characters. Now, who do we know that would have that? Well, definitely, as talked about, as shown, one person that should have this is the Armorer. The Armorer should be a leader of Mandalorians. Maul, if and when he comes in, should be a leader of Mandalorians, right? Now, maybe the Armorer is a Mandalorian leader who is kind of like a stopgap measure until we get a Darth Maul Mandalore, right? Until we get a Bo-Katan Mandalore. I don't know, but there's a lot of potential there. There's a lot of potential for smaller groups of these Mandalorian characters. Again, you got Boba Fett, you've got Jango Fett, you've got the Mandalorian, the other Mandalorian. You have your Imperial Super Commandos, you have your Gar Saxons. They're all categorized, and so it would make sense to just give them a specific ability, or maybe something that in a Mandalorian faction they get additional health revive, additional stats. Maybe they attack out of turn. Maybe there's specific bonuses they get as Mandalorians. And I don't know what that would be. But one other thing that was really interesting to me is in the, I don't remember which character it was, but I want to say that during one of the dev announcements, and again, I want to say that it might have been the beskar. No, it was Moff Gideon. It was when Moff Gideon was introduced. You have this moment in the let's talk about Moff Gideon and why we did things with Moff Gideon. So let's look at it real quick. They actually mention Sabine Wren when they're talking about the Darksaber. So if I can find it real quick, it's and when they talk about the Darksaber, it says, like, I'm excited to see what the Darksaber will look like in the game. Cries in Sabine, and then they say, you all really don't use her, do you? Is that a subtle hint at them telling us, hey, look, there's some Mando content coming, and you guys should be prepared for it. Now, we knew Mando content would be coming, but is there a Mando tag coming? I think yes. And if all the Mandos in the game get the tag, it's likely that they're going to do something like the Imperial Trooper, like the Rebel Fighter, something to that extent that allows people to use the Mandalorian Faction as an actual faction. I think that would be super cool. What do you guys think? Am I looking too deeply into this, or is this somewhere on the mark? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. While you're down there in the comments below, go ahead and hit that smash button, hit the like button, smash the like button, hit the little bell button to be notified anytime I support or I put up new content. If you are interested, guys, in supporting the channel and getting yourself some awesome stuff for the holidays, for yourself, or whatever, there are 2 links in the section below. One is for Audible. I will always recommend Audible, guys. I listen to audiobooks probably every day of my life. Maybe not every day, maybe every other day, but I listen to them a lot. And Audible is doing a thing where if you sign up, 1 month free trial, 2 free books, plus dozens, if not hundreds of other books that are just included randomly. But the 2 free that you choose yourself, that's totally up to you. If you subscribe, you do help the channel. It's a small thing, but you also help yourself. There's so many great things on Audible, and I 100% recommend it. 2, the Going Nerdy swag store. Now, I am putting up tons of different content, the different things. You can get t-shirts and masks and blankets and everything on there. But if you subscribe, if you buy every time you do help the channel. So help the channel, get yourself some sweet swag. But most important, guys, hit the like button and tell me what you guys think. Am I close here, or am I totally off the mark? You guys tell me. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, my friends, smile and stay nerdy.